Hi, everyone. I want to welcome you to our webinar today. We're going to be focusing on a number of good topics around doing business with eOne solutions today. This webinar is really meant for the audience we're thinking about here today is our partners who are handling a number of the logistics in terms of placing orders with us. They are accessing product keys. They are working with our support and renewals team to make sure their customers are well taken care of. This also applies to direct customers because if you're a direct customer with us, then we will also have you set up as the person that or the contact in our system that would receive our renewals reports. People you have set up within your account at eOne would have access to be able to do the things we're going to show you here today. So what are we going to cover? We're going to cover a number of good topics, and let me just flip back here just a second. We're going to give you an introduction to what we do here at eOne, what we offer. As a company, we are focused on delivering smart configurable software that lets you automate, that lets you report with ease, that lets you connect your business systems. So we want to give you a quick introduction to our actual tools so you understand what you're working with at eOne. And it may not be in depth, maybe you're just handling the purchasing and the sales piece of it, but we want to make sure you understand what we're offering and what you're able to offer to your customers. So we'll walk through the logistics of purchasing a new product on our website or a combination of products. We'll talk a little bit about our licensing model and then some of the flexible options you have in terms of dates and aligning when you want to do renewals with us, because we do allow you to do things like prepay in advance for a subscription or an annual renewal. If you want to pay for multiple years up front, we have discounts in place for you. So we'll walk through that. We'll talk about how after that purchase, you can easily access your product keys right away. We think it's really important to handle that fulfillment so our consultants are not waiting. As soon as they pay us or our customer pays eOne for their licensing, you get access right away. So I'll show you how to access that. And then once you're a customer with us and doing business with us, we want to make sure it's easy to renew. There's benefits to renewing your annual enhancement and your subscriptions with us, certainly, to be able to continue using our products, to be able to work with our teams, to be able to access latest product releases. So we'll talk a little bit about our process with that because we try to make that very self-service and for you to have that information right in front of you. And then finally, we'll wrap up with how you can work with our team if you have questions or if you want to, if you have a technical issue come up, where do you go? How do you submit that information and get started working with us right away when you need help? So with that, let's dive into what we do, what we offer. So at eOne, we offer, we really think of our product set in 3 different brands. We have our PopDoc product, which allows you to really get at the detail you need to do your job well. It lets that everyday user be able to access the data, and it might be data from different systems that they aren't, working in all the time, but they maybe work in CRM, and PopDoc lets you put a data set and be able to filter on that, be able to click and open that record somewhere else, but lets you keep working in the system you love. So you can take a data set, we give you a really easy way to filter on that and get to the detail you need. It's a great tool. Also, I love logging into the actual PopDoc app as a sales manager because I basically pin my favorites of my lists, and instead of losing productivity as I'm switching lots of apps, I get to look at the reports, whether it's daily sales or any issues we might have had with our credit card processing or what deals I need to be involved with. With my team. We have some great reports that I have pinned. I can share them with my team. I love PopDoc for my everyday reporting and getting to the detail I need very, very quickly. We also have a tool called Smart Connect. So we talked a little bit about PopDoc, lets you get to your favorites or take those favorites and put them in another system where your team is working and display that data. We have a tool called Smart Connect that lets you generate data where you need it. And this is our most popular integration product. It allows you to really connect your systems, but you're actually moving and generating data, not just displaying it. And so that's really, really important for a lot of customers. When someone maybe places an order, they want to also make sure customer data is put in the other locations so that their team isn't really rekeying data. Smart Connect, while integration can be complex, Smart Connect gives you options to handle your unique scenarios. We have several starting points available as templates for our customers so that they are 90% of the way there or 80% of the way there in terms of delivering the integration. And then if they need to configure more things to handle the uniqueness of their business process, Smart Connect lets you configure those. And you can deliver that integration without code. So that allows you later on, let's say the person who builds that integration leaves your company, then when you need to change something later on or see how it was built or take a look at errors that happen, you have an interface to do that. So great product. We have over 6,000 companies using that. Now, from the other brand that we think of in our house of products, tools that we offer is our GP products. We have worked very closely with Microsoft in the past. We actually sold a number of our products through their price list, and we have over 20,000 customers today who have purchased our GP-specific products. So I'll run through a couple of these pretty quickly, highlight them. We offer tools that let you report with ease. So we offer a tool called Smart List Builder that lets you create the smart lists, and we have a lot of flexibility built into that. So if you're using another ISV, for example, and you want to create a list that includes data from that, you're going to want Smart List Builder. If you want an easy way to look for tables of data in GP, you're going to want Smart List Builder. We have the ease of use built in, so you're not going to have to call 3 other people to create that list. So it lets you get to the exact detail of GP data that you need, provides a nice interface to do that. Now, let's say you want to pull that data really fast. We've heard from GP customers that it takes a while to pull a smart list. Depending on how much data you're working with, that can be a pain point. Smart View allows you to pull that data really fast. You can also build more lists, share favorites. Smart View is actually installed right within the Windows environment. It can sit inside GP for you to pull those smart lists really fast. The other cool thing is it can sit outside of GP. And so if you have someone who is not a full user, doesn't work in GP, maybe your CEO, but they need access to that data and you want it on-premise, SmartView is a good way to go for that. All right, those are 2 of our reporting tools. Extender is it really at the end of the day lets you make GP work for you. GP has a lot of good native data. You might need to capture some data that's specific to your business. And so Extender allows you to add a field, add a window. It allows you to provide that data entry screen. And if you want to integrate with that area, it lets you store that data that you need in GP. That might be a marker that's specific to your industry, or like a field for women-owned business. Whatever you need for your business that's not natively in GP, Extender allows you to create that, and you can deliver that without code. You're not going to have to pay a developer huge amounts to create that extra area and then try to figure out what that developer wrote later on. It's just another tool to let you deliver that solution without code and store that data. All right, Node Builder. So again, GP comes with some great native data. Microsoft said, okay, you can integrate with a lot of your GP data. We'll give you integration points for that. There are some areas in GP that don't have integration points. So Node Builder is our product that lets you create those integration points. So if you want to use our product called Smart Connect to integrate with it, you can. So that's a nice nice part of the integration suite. Smart Post is an automation tool, a little bit different tool, but lets you automate the posting of your batches. So you can set up a schedule and specify how it runs. It saves a lot of time for those accountants who usually have to log in and post each of them. And then the last product I'll note is a product that I think almost every company today who is experiencing or affected by COVID and needs to do a profit and loss statement, needs to recode their distributions. Maybe it's by salesperson, but at the end of the day, make sure that those transactions are posted to the right account, associated properly when it goes into GL. FlexiCoder is a tool that lets you automate that, set your own rules. So I'd encourage you to take a look at that on our site. So that's what eOne offers. We deliver tools that let you automate, let you integrate, let you report. And so when you're doing business with us, we give you some options in how to purchase them. And you do that on our website. We try to make this part really, really easy. So at this point, I'm going to exit my PowerPoint here. I want to actually show you what it looks like to do business with us. So let me just bring on my my website here. All right, so we're on eonesolutions.com. If you're working with us at a new customer or looking to purchase for a new customer, you would go to the shop on our website. So let's go ahead and do that. And one of the things I'll note here is when you are purchasing on our shop, we want you to first specify who you're purchasing for. So I am currently logged in. That's one of the things I already did. So you'll see a sign in button. And I'd encourage you to log in first, then go to our shop, because if you do that, then you're able to, and we prompt you in the purchasing process if you're not logged in, but you're able to just dive in and go ahead and select who you want to purchase for. So I could say as a partner, I'm going to purchase for myself. That's always an option. I want to purchase for an existing customer. And so you're able to select which customer you want to purchase for. I'm going to go ahead and select our account here. Or you can purchase for yourself, or excuse me, for a new customer. So that's the first step. Then we want you to select your license type. Now, we have for all of our products except for PopDoc, we have the ability, or you have the ability, to purchase either the subscription pricing, and we've built in a number of benefits with that, or you can purchase the perpetual license. So in either case, if you're going to purchase subscription pricing or you're purchasing perpetual pricing, we do give you some flexibility on the next renewal. And so if you want to prepay for 3 years in advance or prepay for your annual enhancement a couple years in advance, you can. So in the case of subscription pricing, by default, it's month-to-month pricing. And so, but you can elect to purchase for multiple years, or let's say in the case of Smart Connect, which is our integration product, let's say you just need to use this for 3 months. You have a proof of concept and you need this for 3 months or for migration for a couple months. So you can do that, and then you would select your next billing date. In the case of prorating, we won't let you purchase for less than a month. We want you to purchase at least 1 month. But you can go ahead and select how, for how long you want to use that license. So that's certainly an option for you. All right, so I'm going to stick with monthly in this case. And I'm going to go ahead and elect that I want our standard package, because that is going to provide the number of connections I need in terms of Smart Connect. Once I have selected the license, then I select whether I want to, what type of support I'd like to include. We do offer unlimited support plans and the ability to purchase hourly support. Now, since I'm purchasing a subscription plan, I'm going to elect the add-on for $100 per month. That makes sure that I'm just covered. Just so you know, our normal rate for support is in US dollars is $225 per hour. So we can purchase support. We can elect to have some training. So I want my 4 hours of training because that's going to provide a solid introduction to the product. And I can ask some questions with a personalized trainer. And then we go ahead and add to cart. When we add to cart, at that point, we have the ability to send a quote. So if you want to go ahead and send a quote to someone on your team, you can certainly do that. I'm going to go ahead and send one. Well, I'm not going to click send because at this point I've selected the sample company, but you can go ahead and click send quote. You can put any email address in there. So if that's your purchasing manager you want to send that to, go ahead and do that. Or if it's for your end customer, you can. One thing to note though, if you are signed in as a partner, we will show you your partner margin. So keep that in mind. If you have a promo code, this is where you would apply that. We have several promos available each quarter. So for example, if you're going to purchase both PopDoc and Smart Connect at the same time, we give you a certain level of PopDoc. So go ahead and apply any promo codes. Once you're ready to create an invoice or and check out, you can do that. We have multiple ways you can pay. We accept credit card. That's the fastest way to get access to your license key. You can also pay by invoice. So if you select check or wire, then you also have the ability to put in your PO number. That's something you can certainly do. All right. So that is how you really go through the purchasing process. And if you are just creating your invoice because you're going to pay by ACH or check, then you click place order, and that will create the invoice for you to go ahead. It'll email it to you because you're logged in. We have the email address to send to. It will also let you download it, print it right there if you need to do that and send it to someone else. So that is really how you purchase. Okay. Let me go ahead. Let's dive into a little bit about pricing. So we talked a lot about, I mentioned to you that we do offer subscription pricing, and we also offer perpetual pricing for everything but PopDoc. With PopDoc, whoops, let's go back here. I'm just going to bring this up. With PopDoc, we have a per user price plus a subscription plan. So that is our that's our online offering to do reporting, ad hoc reporting, or take a data set and display it somewhere else. You do, as you move up in our subscription plans, you do get more functionality. So if you are looking to handle that scenario where you want to take your data set and embed it somewhere else because you want it to be where your team is working, you'll be at our premium or professional plan. We give you the ability to embed it one place with the premium plan. If you want to embed it multiple places and have multiple, we call them widgets, data embeds, you can use the professional level or above. So pretty cool product there. Now with our other products, so for example, with Smart Connect, we looked at that in the shop. Smart Connect has some different plans as well. They're really tiered based on how many systems, applications you want to integrate with. And our team would be happy to walk through more detail on that. Let's just get this. Oh, sorry, my timing's a little bit off here. Let's let that come in. Now with Smart Connect, yeah, it's really based on how many systems you want to integrate with. So if you're talking to your consultant and you'll want to make sure that they understand which plan they're purchasing before you place that order. But really, that's the only thing we're tiering this on. So people can purchase Smart Connect by plan. They're going to have, we offer more promotions around that. We offer more benefits. We include support in certain levels of it with professional and premium. We have certain levels of training that we include. So we're really gearing a lot of our promotions around our subscriptions. The other thing too is Smart Connect, our subscription plans include our cloud version of our product as well as our on-premise, excuse me. So if you need to install Smart Connect or you want to just log in to our online product, which is which is what a lot of our customers are doing, especially when they want to tie in cloud apps, our subscription is what you're going to want to use. Now, we do have a perpetual license that is perfect for customers who want to keep all their integrations on premise, and we have one price for that. It's $7,000 plus an annual enhancement. All right, so let's dive into the next thing. We've talked about the purchasing, we've talked about a little bit of licensing. Now, once you have purchased your license, then you have access right on our website to go ahead and access the product keys, okay? So I'm gonna go back to where we were before. Let's just go to our home page. And at the top, we have a number of sections here. You're going to, if you're signed in to our website, you'll be able to access the product registration keys and also initiate the open of your online account when it comes to Smart Connect when you go into our renewals and keys. We may rename that slightly in the future because it's really the place where you access those product keys. It's also the place where if you're using Smart Connect, you open your online account. And so with Smart Connect, if you're opening your online account here, the reason we have you start out here is because there's a few configuration steps. We have customers using smartconnect.com, our online version, in multiple regions of the world. So when you're initiating that account, you're able to specify where you want to spin up your region, and that's important. So like if you're a customer based in the UK, you probably want your smartconnect.com, your hosted version of our product, spinning up in the UK. And so we provide those options. You say, okay, this is where I want it spinning up. And ultimately, if your systems are in the cloud and they're closer to you, then there's just performance gains for that. So that's one thing to note. I'm just going to go ahead and do something here. I'm going to go ahead and select a product that I want to access product keys for, and we call them reg keys. And so you'd go ahead and select the product when you're logged in here. You'd go ahead and click reg keys, and I have Smart List Builder selected. Now, if you are not current, you're going to want to make sure that that you renew these. Now, this is kind of our internal dummy account, so it's letting me do this here. But when you're, especially for our GP products, you're going to be prompted to select what version of product keys you're using. So if you're using Dynamics GP version 2015 or 2016, you're going to want to match the version. And we have some guidance on this when you're on our website. And so if you're going onto our website to download the product, which you access on the downloads page, you're going to be able to see, we have some guidance for you on which license key you'll need. So just one quick thing to remember though, if you're on GP 2015, you're going to want Smart List Builder 2015. If you're on Smart List Builder version 2016 or GP 2016, you're going to want Smart List Builder 2016. But again, that's all documented for you when you download the product and look at our manuals. So you go ahead and select which version of the product. We're not, in this case with this account, it does look like it's expired, so people need to renew and be current on their licensing before they can access keys. But you would select that version you need and then click the Generate Keys button. Now, it is telling me I need to renew, so let's talk about that. This is pretty easy too. So all you'd need to do, and when you're notified by our team that you need to renew your customers, what you do is you log into our site, you again go to the renewals keys section, and then for any of these customers that are past due, so you see the expiry date, that's the date your customer is supposed to renew by. So you would select the products you want to renew. So let's say you're renewing for multiple customers or multiple products. You go ahead, select the products you want to renew, click renew. And then if you want to adjust the date for the next renewal, you certainly can. And we give this option because some of our customers like to align all of their ISV renewals to a certain date of the year. And so you can go ahead and do that. And in that case, we'll prorate the renewal. Now notice we do have some late fees here because we are past due for when we needed to renew we were supposed to renew in 2016 Smart Connect. That is not a good thing. We shouldn't be that far behind, but you can align that renewal date for when you want it to be. Then you would add to cart, just like we looked at when we purchased. And you can go ahead and check out, just like we did before. So you can see those renewals are here. We can see the late fees. And if you're a partner, you'd see your margin in the cart as well when you're checking out. And one thing to note, we process all of our renewals. When you're receiving a partner margin with eOne, we process our partner margin as a partner discount. So you're able to, that's for you right away. There's nothing that we take care of after the fact. It's all processed as a partner discount. So, all right. So we've covered renewals, how you access your registration keys, and how you click to renew your products. We do give some options around, just a couple more things here. We do give some options around setting up automatic payments. Now, in the case of a subscription, by default, we allow you to elect out of it. Select that the credit card you're submitting is for automatic payment, but you can change that up later on. We do give you the ability to look into any invoices that have been generated, quotes. And then the other thing too, I'll just mention here as well. So you might be the person who is the purchasing lead for your team, but want to give your consultants the ability to log in, access keys, and have some level of access on the web portal. You can easily go ahead and invite those people to do that. So you'll be able to see which users you have set up, and then you can enter email addresses for people that you want to be able to access eOne's portal. And you can certainly update, those people will have the ability to update their own profile. They can update their email preferences. So that's good to know about if you need other people to be able to access keys, look at, or actually purchase, those sorts of things. All right. Okay, I have a couple more notes for you though on renewing with eOne, because I wanted to make sure you understand how we notify you and when we notify you and ways you can access information in the meantime. So as you saw on our website, when we logged in, we went to renewals and keys, we were able to see that we could self-service, look at what was coming up for our renewals. But we do try to put this information in front of you because we think that's important to provide some notification. And I'll show you an example for what that looks like. But just to give you a quick overview, we send a renewals report every month to the billing contact. And when you are a partner with us or when you're purchasing new with us, if you're setting up a new yourself as a new customer directly, you specify the billing contact. If you're the person, the main contact specified, you're the billing contact. If you're a partner and you're purchasing on behalf of a customer, the report will go to you as the partner. And in working with our team, when you're initially starting with us as a partner, we're going to ask you to make sure that we have the right billing contact, so that when every month at the beginning of the month, that billing contact will receive a summary of all the renewals coming up. So prior to renewing, we start notifying on that report all the renewals that are coming due 120 days in advance, 90 days in advance, 60 days in advance, 30 days in advance, what's due this month. And then we show you everyone that's expired or past due within 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, and 120 days. After 120 days, if a partner has not communicated with our team about the status of that renewal or has not let us know any changes for that, then the billing for that renewal starts being sent to the customer. So our partners are usually, in most cases, very good about letting us know if there's a change in how they're doing business with their customers. In fact, if they start working with a customer who already owns eOne products, our partners should email our team and let us know. They should show us a screenshot of, the fact that they are doing business with the customer, or provide written form from the customer consent to do the billing of eOne products through the partner. But those reports go to the partner first. And so we have a pretty detailed schedule that we send those reports out with. They go out at the beginning of the month to the billing contact. So that's all very automated. We renew over 20,000 customers that way. And then, as you saw, you can log into our portal certainly at any point to access your product keys and see any renewals that are coming up. We also saw how we could align due dates or expiry dates on the licensing or our next renewal date. And we do start assigning late fees. Those incur automatically if you're past due on your renewal. So keep that in mind. Now, as far as the sample report, I've included a screenshot of that. This is what it looks like. So you can see that we have one customer expired on this example account. Dunder Mifflin and Fabricam, Parks and Rec, they're all coming due in 30 days. So it shows you which customers, what licenses is coming due, the expire date, the partner margin, and any late fees that have been assigned. So you'll see that on the report. Okay, so at this point, we've covered a lot of information. I'm going to open it up for questions. At this point, I'm going to just take a look at our questions queue and then bring up our last slide, because if you are having any questions at this point, we'd love to talk to you. You can give us a call anytime and talk to someone from our support, our renewals, our sales team. I'm providing the email addresses here. Really, with our support team, as you engage with our support team, if you email support@eonesolutions.com, that starts a case with us. And so our team is looking to make sure our customers are taken care of promptly. We dive into detail. We have very experienced people in terms of our expertise on our team. Lots of years of integration experience for sure, and GP experience, Business Central experience. So yeah, would encourage you to do that if you have product technical questions. Our renewals team, if you have any questions about your renewals, or perhaps you are working with a different partner as a customer, or you need to let us know about some sort of change in circumstance, let our renewals team know, and our sales team is also happy to help. We do have an blog updates communication, which is great if you're looking to learn about tips and tricks and training events coming up, and different technical scenarios. We have a monthly communications that goes out, so I'd encourage you to sign up for that if you're just looking to kind of get some more feedback or be inspired about good ways to use our products and work with us. So I'm just looking at questions here. One question that came up is about is there pricing in different currencies? And the answer to that is yes. We do have pricing in different currencies. So if you're signing up as a new direct customer, you're able to select which currency you want to purchase in when you're signing up direct. If you are a partner with us, when you're first getting started with your partnership, we will work with you on setting up your sign-in to have and your currency for your relationship with us. So if you are based in the US or you're based in Canada and you're really doing business locally and want to purchase in Canadian dollars, we'll get that set up. So every time you log into our website, everything will be displayed in Canadian dollar for you. So that's a really good question. Looks like we don't have too many other questions. So that's where we'll stop here today. We covered a lot of information. We are past time by a few minutes, so it was a lot of information for a 30-minute webinar. But we talked about a number of things today. We talked about purchasing. We gave you an introduction to our eOne products. We went through how you would renew on our eOne shop, how you'd access licensing keys. In terms of working with our team, this is the information. I'd recommend reaching out to us in this way, but encourage you to also take a look at our website. You'll see that we have a full knowledge base about our products. We have the product downloads. If you're downloading an on-premise product, are right on our website. Those can be downloaded anytime, can be used in Fabricam if they're specific to GP. And then once you purchase, you'd be able to activate those products right away after you purchase. So if you have any other questions, let us know. Thank you very much for your time and hope you have a great rest of your day.